5 seconds. Oh, here we go. All right, we will call this Winnebago County Board of Adjustment public hearing for October 31st, 2023 to order. We'll begin by introducing ourselves. I am Greg Cargus from the town of Oshkosh.
Tom Tuschel, town of Amro.
Sue Drexler, town of Elko.
Tom Verstegen, town of Blackpool.
A decision will not be made this evening on this request. It will be made next week, Thursday, which is November 9th. We can call the zoning office after 9 o'clock in the morning to find out what the results of that decision is. And if you disagree with that decision, there's an appeal procedure. I'll have Daniel read that.
For the Board of Adjustment, the appeals process is as follows. 1, an aggrieved person may appeal a final decision made by the Board of Adjustment by filing an appeal with a court of competent jurisdiction within 30 days of the final decision.
And anyone wishing to give testimony this evening will need to be sworn in prior to giving testimony with Karen, our court reporter. And only one person at a time is allowed to speak so she can listen and hear what everyone is saying. The first one we have this evening is 3270 Shorewood Drive in the town of Oshkosh. And I'll have the legal description read.
Legal description being all of lots 87, 88, and 89 in the replat of Oakwood Beach Plat located in government lot 4 of section 6, township 18 north, range 17 east, town of Oshkosh, Winnebago County, Wisconsin.
Okay, anyone wishing to speak for this? Yes, please come forward. I get sworn in.
I can start.
Okay, yeah, come forward, Chet, get sworn in by Frank.
You solemnly swear the statement you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
State your name and address.
Chet Eisenberg, 240 Algoma Boulevard, Suite A, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, 510.
Okay, tell us what you're planning on doing here, please.
So I'm an architect and home builder, and my clients approached us and asked us to design an addition for them. The primary purpose of allowing them to age in place and live in the home that they've lived in, I believe, for 62 years. Right now, their current master suite and all their bedrooms are on the second level. So what we designed here is a first floor addition with the master suite. And then also the first floor of the home is approximately 3 feet above grade. So we're planning ahead, and then there will be a future need for a ramp. So we've designed the front entry that can house a room that can allow a ramp to be built in there. We understand that there's an existing non-conforming situation. There was a garage, there was a variance, I believe, in the past to allow the garage to be built. The hardship, I think, is that this is just an older neighborhood and that the streets were kind of built in closer to the homes. It doesn't leave a lot of front yard. So in my opinion, we designed an aesthetically pleasing, accessible ramp that does not make the current situation any worse. And that the existing garage setback, I believe, is about 3 feet or less. And the proposed new setback would be over 20 feet. So I think those are my main comments I wanted to make, and then open up for any questions you have.
Now on the front of the house, so that's where that little bump out is currently by the garage and entrance door there.
Yes.
And you're gonna stay in line with that. Is that where you're gonna do you had it was gonna be a greenhouse, or is that just to be like an enclosed, like a solarium kind of thing?
So yes, we'll use it as a greenhouse, but it's in place to have a future ramp if when a ramp is needed.
Okay, so will that be heated then?
Yes.
It will, okay. Do you know how wide that is by chance?
Okay. 9 feet.
9, okay.
And that's outside of wall to outside of wall. So the interior dimension will be closer to 8'6".
Okay. So then the setback from, I want to say that west, would be the east side of the garage or the west side of the addition there, would be like, that's a 27 feet, it looks like 1¼ inches, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
The closest point I would say would be over on the east, would be 20 feet
right, that's,
more.
yeah, yep.
Mhm.
And then toward the water, there's a porch, there's going to be a covered porch. Is that within the diagonal lines or is that? a
Yes, it
little-
is. Yep, so we have hired a surveyor to survey the property and have the high water mark identified and give us a buildable footprint.
Has the certified survey map already been approved or is that pending?
And so the plan is, yes, the plan is that 89, 88, and a portion of 87 will be given to this property. And then there will be a 86 will get half of 87.
And when this project is all over, there will be no building on 86, half of 87?
That house was.
The house is still gonna be there. Like I said,
Oh,
these
that's
guys
it.
can speak to their long-term plans, but the long-term plan is for their son and daughter-in-law to build on that.
I think,
There's another house
I
in
think
between
Yeah.
there.
Tom's referring to is the one right next to the
Yeah.
one that Chet.
That'll,
small one.
that'll be raised as part of this project.
Correct.
The one at 86 will stay with this.
A lot of, the home on 87 will be raised.
If for some reason the CSM does not get approved, then is the whole project dead?
Yeah.
And it looks like the porch on the north side will be right on the, it would be right on the edge of the 75-foot setback, so you
Yes.
clear with that.
Correct.
Okay.
The reason I hesitated there is, I know our plan said 75 foot. Yeah, I guess it must be 75 feet. I was gonna say, I don't know that any averaging was taken into place, so I wasn't sure if it was actually 75 or if there's an average there.
Yeah, it looks like that dotted line going across there is the setback, as it goes on an angle because it follows the shoreline, so.
Correct, yeah, approximate 75 foot rear.
Yep, yep.
So you know what? The reason that's approximate, so I'm kind of testing my memory here, but we have to wait, I think we have to wait to have the high water mark located. From the county. So that's why it's still approximate, but we do have a surveyor on board.
So if it would vary by, say, a foot or whatever, you just make an adjustment to that effect, so we don't have to worry about coming back for a variance on the water side.
Correct. Yeah, that porch is not critical to this plan.
Okay.
Well, I don't believe this.
Yeah,
I think making the first floor accessible is.
And you wanted to get approval for that before you even applied for the CSM. is
Correct.
that-
Mhm.
We haven't seen the blueprint of the addition.
Okay,
You know, is there gonna be that, you say that entrance is gonna be, is there gonna be entrance going to the bedroom from there then?
I have a copy of that, I can pass it around.
Oh, here, okay, here, right. Yeah, it's got it here. Where, where's I see the door going in there. It goes into the greenhouse. Is there, so where would that ramp go
So.
in relation to that?
What the plan would be to have the ramp be a U-shaped ramp. So we're not gonna build a ramp right away.
Right, yeah.
So the idea is that we have the greenhouse in place to build a ramp So what we would do is we'd come in the entry door.
Yep.
And then we would immediately go to the right, view around towards the existing house, and then back up.
Okay.
So the ramp wouldn't be outside of the footprint.
Correct.
You have the same foundation of the greenhouses with the addition,
Yes.
same thing,
Mhm.
and that's just gonna be crawl space?
So that is gonna be slab on grade.
For the greenhouse will be slab, but the better addition will be crawl space then, or?
Correct.
Okay.
The better addition is gonna be a full basement.
It will, okay.
It sticks up about 3 feet above grade.
Oh, yeah.
It's back here.
Yeah. You don't have any questions?
Staff actually does have one other question. I'd just like to ask the agent or the applicant, what the necessity is for the encroachment in the street yard setback. I see here that you do have a decent amount of other area that is worth buildable. Why can't a ramp be thrown in right now, in the future, should I say? Why can't a ramp be placed into the existing footprint of that property, should they need to get access? Why do they need an addition that encroaches within the street yard setback?
Well, the only other place I think we could build a ramp would be around behind the garage. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, so our setback, you do have a nice like cutout here of all our setbacks that you would have to meet. There's a pretty good pie shape on lots 89 and part of 88 that has quite a large space of buildable area. Was there any discussion of expanding the building that way rather than encroaching into a street yard setback?
Yeah, there was. I mean, the issue is that's where the main front entry is. So to go around, we'd have to create, it'd be a long walk around behind the garage.
Okay,
It's just a sequence of entering a home that's not
sure,
conducive to that.
okay. Thank you.
Excuse me, any other questions? Anyone else on the board? Anyone else that give any testimony regarding this request?
This is the time I would speak.
Yeah, you have to get sworn in first.
Okay,
I'm gonna raise your right hand, you solemnly swear the statement you're about to give, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
nice.
State your name and address.
Richard Edgar Ames, 3270 Charlotte Drive, 54911. It's a rare pleasure. Speak and my wife can't.
Noted.
We'll have her chance later, I'm sure. My, we can get up and down the stairs, but her laundry's in the basement. I'm 75, she's a little younger than I am. But I can see in the very near future, going to the laundry downstairs is gonna be a significant pain. So we would surely love to have that bedroom and laundry room up on the first floor. The house that's currently there is 15 feet closer to the road than what we're gonna be, so it's gonna be an improvement, but it's still gonna be less than the 30 requested. If you look on that map, you'll notice that we're blessed with the skinniest of all the lots on the lake, on the point. So we have the road is right up against us. When I was a kid, I lived in that house. And at that time, it was just a one car wide path. But we had a lot more room. We could actually park in front of our garage. And as the road has increased in size over the years, now that's not possible. So things have changed. The room would be extremely helpful to us in our future. My brother has PLS, which is ALS's little brother. It starts on the other end of your spine, so it kills you in 10 years instead of 3. But there's no way I would be able to get my brother into my house without a ramp available when necessary, because he's already in a wheelchair most of the time. I have gone, I don't know who I would hand this to, but these are signatures of every household homeowner on the circle that says that they are fully behind me and says that that's just fine with them. It wouldn't cause them any difficulty whatsoever. In fact, they're looking forward to it because I promised them that in my little greenhouse, I'll grow tomatoes in the winter.
So it was a bribe.
That was a bribe.
I don't know that you should bring that up.
Guilty as charged.
Does someone live in the little house you're gonna look down?
We had Pam's old college roommate living there for the last 10 years, but she has moved to an assisted living, senior living. And so it is empty for the last couple of months in anticipation. I didn't realize that. I was hoping to not, someone got down in June. That didn't happen. So no one's there, but my desire is to take as little of that yard as possible and then put it on the next house over, which I also own.
Sure.
And then my son, God willing, will knock that house down in a few years and then build his home there so that he can come feed me. Wouldn't that be cool?
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak for or against this?
No.
You're the only one left.
Okay, well, I just
Name-
looked at
name
my
for you.
laundry out of the basement, because at this point I have neck issues.
Oh, wait,
and
no, I'm sorry.
You gotta be.
Where do you want to give
solemnly swear
testimony?
the statement you about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I do. State your name and address. Pamela Ames, 3270 Sherwood Drive, Oshkosh 54901.
I'm sorry.
Okay, and, basically getting that laundry upstairs, it's an old basement, it's an old home. Getting it up 2 stories now is, I have degenerative neck disease, and so he has to carry it up. And part of our purpose of this is to get that upstairs and then have the bathroom. So,
Okay, thank you. Anyone else have any questions? Any of these individuals? I just want to make everybody clear, let everyone know, make this clear to everyone that I will be abstaining from voting on this next week because of my proximity to you guys, and I know you guys, so but these guys they're pretty capable. They can figure stuff out.
I don't know you from Adam.
No. Is there any staff report at all?
We have nothing from the DNR, of course, because this isn't a shoreland issue, and then nothing from the town as of yet. I would imagine by deliberative, we'll have something from the town.
Okay. All right, if there's something else, we will entertain a motion to adjourn this one.
Second.
Motion made, seconded to adjourn this request. On favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, you guys are free to go if you like.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
take
you very
that.
much.
That's gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep, take that.
Appreciate the consideration.
Received by.
You get the house plan? Yeah, I'll take the check. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Okay, the next one we have is an appeal of a denial of property at 4532 Bellhaven Lane in the town of Algoma.
So this one, before you guys get started, staff would like to recommend an adjournment until our next month's meeting. In addition to, we did have correspondence with the, I guess you would call them the applicant. They'd also like to adjourn until the next meeting based off correspondence with Mr. Carriero. Our corp counsel wasn't able to be here tonight because they have budget. So we hope she'll be here with us next time.
So everyone is in agreement to it, then all parties involved.
From what we can tell, yes.
Usual moves to adjourn the appeal to the next public hearing on November 28th, 2023.
Second.
Excuse me, there's been a motion made and seconded to adjourn the appeal of a decision at 4532 Bellhaven Lane in the town of Algoma until the next month's meeting, which is, what is the date on that?
November 28th.
November 28th. November 28th, 2023. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, entertain a motion to adjourn this hearing.
Second.
There's a motion made and seconded to adjourn the public hearing for October 31st, 2023. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. See you next Thursday.